Hello, children. Hello, Dr. Duncan. How are you doing? We are doing fine. Boy, I hope that's the case this morning. It's a lot nicer today than it was this weekend. It was all rainy and nasty, and Persic and I, we were stuck here inside. Now, Persic doesn't mind being inside, but she'd really prefer to go out and run around the house. And so would I sometimes. So we were stuck inside, and we played video games and we watched TV. Okay, I played video games and she sat in my lap and let me scratch her ears while I played video games. But it was a little bit of fun. I hope you had some fun. Maybe you played board games with your parents. Maybe you got to watch a favorite movie. Maybe you got to see a TV show. Have something that was fun that you got to do. Well, today's song is a song about a rabbit. It's Oh, John the Rabbit. Now, rabbits sound all cute and cuddly and nice and wonderful, and they really can be. They can be sweet little animals. But my grandmother had a kitchen garden. That meant she had a big garden that she used to eat. She had 2 acres. She had more land planted than I have at my house. She had this big, big garden. And we would go and help her harvest things. She had snap beans, and she had cucumbers, and she had tomatoes, and she had okra, watermelons, and squash, and you name it, my grandmother knew how to grow it. And she had grown up living on a farm and growing her own food. So she would grow plenty of food, and then we would get together and we would harvest it, and then we would take and we would cut it up and can it and make pickles and chow chow and all kinds of wonderful things that she would then have in the root cellar that we would have all year long when we went over to see my grandmother. Well, the problem with rabbits, which can be as noisy as Persic can sometimes, the problem with rabbits is that they like the same things we do. They liked the cabbage, they liked the potatoes, they liked the tomatoes. And so they would eat things that my grandmother wanted. So my grandmother was not real happy with the rabbits out in her garden. She would try and make sure they were gone. She kept cats just to run the rabbits away. But we're going to start off with Oh, John the Rabbit. Now, John the Rabbit has 2 parts. It has a repetitive part that everybody can learn. First time through, you'll have it. Because that part is, yes, ma'am. Just 2 words. Yes, ma'am. The leader has all of the other parts. And I'll go through being the leader the first time. Oh, John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am. Got a mighty habit, yes, ma'am. Jumping in my garden, yes, ma'am. Cutting down my cabbage, yes, ma'am. My sweet potatoes, yes, ma'am. My fresh tomatoes, yes, ma'am. And if I live, yes, ma'am, to see next fall, yes, ma'am, I'm not gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all, because the rabbit's gonna be eating everything. So she didn't want the rabbit around. Okay? Well, I hope you enjoy John the Rabbit. If you want to, you can invent things to do. You can clap along with it. Oh, John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am, had a mighty habit, yes, ma'am. You can pat. You can shake a tambourine. You can pat your legs, which you can't see here while I'm playing. You can do anything you want that emphasizes that yes, ma'am. One of the cutest things you can do, one of the most fun things you can do, is to hop like a rabbit. So you put your arms up and you hop, hop. Oh, John the Rabbit, hop, hop. And it's really cute that way. But be nice. Don't get in trouble with your parents for doing John the Rabbit. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye. John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am. Got a mighty habit, yes, ma'am. Jumping in my garden, yes, ma'am. Cutting down my cabbage, yes, ma'am. My sweet potatoes, yes, ma'am. My fresh tomatoes, yes, ma'am. And if I live, yes, ma'am, to see next fall, yes, ma'am, I'm not gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all. John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am, got a mighty habit, yes, ma'am. Jumping in my garden, yes, ma'am. Cutting down my cabbage, yes, ma'am. My sweet potatoes, yes, ma'am. My fresh tomatoes, yes, ma'am. And if I live, yes, ma'am, to see next fall, yes, ma'am, I'm not gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all. John the rabbit, yes ma'am, got a mighty habit, yes ma'am, jumping in my garden, yes ma'am, cutting down my cabbage, yes ma'am, my sweet potatoes, yes ma'am, my fresh tomatoes, yes ma'am, and if I live, yes ma'am, to see next fall, yes ma'am, I'm not gonna have, yes ma'am, no garden at all.